2024. How was your night? Let's start it off on that. How was your night? Welcome to Smart Means Business. We are live here on Smart 24 TV. It's always a delight. My name is Kemcha Doreen. I'm joined by my colleague Noah. Good morning, Noah.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm okay. Good morning, Uganda.
You're quite feisty today. You're quite active today.
Good morning to the Gen Z.
The Gen Zs are being rallied and called upon by Otafire to arise and do something. What did you think about it? He's been known to actually come up with a couple of controversial.
God gives rain to all, so we shall say good morning to the corrupt people.
No, don't start. Let's take it off. Let's take it off on that. Let's take it off on that. We're still on Otafire when it comes to that and talking about the different things. This is not the first time he's bringing up something a little bit controversial, whereby he says something and someone blinks twice and raises an eyebrow and says,
Why is it happening?
Why now?
Why are they shocked about Otafire's statement?
Because we don't want the same riots happening. We don't want the same poisoning happening. Yes.
What poisoning?
We cannot even go through the mechanism of saying, can we have a peaceful demonstration? Can we have a peaceful ABC? Because you can't know. You can't know what will happen.
Otafire did not tell anyone to riot.
Well, it could be.
He said, rise up.
Exactly. When you rise up like the generations across, in Kenya and all that.
Fear.
It's not over fearing.
A lot.
You have to, the moment you are in the public eye.
You make me think that Ugandans actually are not
cowards.
They fear change. Not cowards. They fear to embrace change. It's the same way we have kept the status quo.
A lot of messages can be read in just one paragraph.
No, why are you reading it like that? Because
I'm not the only person.
The mindset, that's what exactly it
What's
holds.
the insinuation?
The insinuation is the young people. Rise up. Rise up from all your cocoons. You're not minding about the generation which you're going to be part of tomorrow while Otafire is gone.
Did he give particular strategies on what should be done?
Me, I'm defining the message in the rightful way. You're defining the message
who said
in a fearful way.
It is not a fearful way. He was not
so let me ask you, Doreen, if I come to you and I tell you, rise up.
Rise up can mean anything, and especially in the wake of a violent riot in Kenya.
What is that anything that
rise up? Yes, rise up, take the mantle, do whatever necessary.
Whatever necessary, that is overrated.
And you see, these are adrenaline pumped.
There's nothing like whatever necessary.
You can't say rise up.
Maybe you can say, do what is necessary, not whatever is necessary.
You see?
Now, you see you're the one misleading.
But more national, regional, and international news coming your way. Just to give you a sneak peek, our undertone today actually is going to be renewable energy. Uganda's potential. What is in it? We have lots and lots of things coming up when it comes to renewable energy, very untapped potential. You have different stakeholders come in and say, we are in Europe, this is Berlin, and we have snow. It is a very cold place, but we still use solar energy. We tap into it, and Uganda, you are there. No particular snow. Yes, very beautiful climate, and you cannot utilize this. What is happening? Can you use it? And then, of course, you have the fact that others have come up and when they give you the bill for installing that onto your house, yes, you first shudder and you first say, no, let me. And yet it is said to be the cheapest of all. If you are to the initial cost, when you are to think about it, whether it is hydro, whether it is wind, whether it is ocean energy, whether it is all this, actually the smallest down the scale is solar energy. You have Delight that has done quite well in coming up with these little portable containers for being able to charge the very small phones. It has taken the storm quite, especially in other East African countries elsewhere. But it hasn't quite, it's just coming up, but not, the potential is still too much in Uganda. But let me just give you just a little bit of a sneak peek into that so that we can roll it off. Uganda having as much, Uganda is rich in energy resources, and the potential includes an estimated 2,000 megawatts of hydroelectricity power, 450 megawatts of geothermal energy, 1,650 megawatts of biomass, especially from sugar manufacturing plants, and 460 million tons of biomass in stock with a sustainable annual output of 50 million tons, an average of 5.1 kilowatts per day of solar energy, and about 250 million tons of peat, giving you roughly 800, it's quite a lot. It's quite a lot, and yet the total potential of renewable energy power generation is estimated at 5,300 megawatts. But right now we have certain research findings even saying that estimatedly all this coverage for solar energy, particularly let's concentrate on solar energy, in Uganda it doesn't even get to 10%. It's not even at 10%. Now, according to the different, of course, policies that were released out in 2019, Uganda is taking a couple of strides, and the projection during that time was that 2020 we must have reached 30%, and by 2040 we must have reached 80%, tapping into renewable energy to integrate it come up as a formidable aspect.
Okay.
Do you use solar power?
I don't use solar power.
In the village?
But people use solar power in my village, actually.
In the village? Because
there's no power. There's no women.
It hasn't yet reached.
So people use solar power to charge their phones, to do lighting. It's now something that has changed life in the communities, especially for school-going children. It has also helped to reduce on pollution for use of paraffin and those candles, with what the ones we used to call butadoba. So I at least young people can sit on a solar lamp and they read. I think it's solar is one thing that should really be embraced. It's one of the things that we should consider putting some real efforts in investment. And I don't know if there's even any company in Uganda that is manufacturing solar panels, because we are in a country that is very conducive for such projects.
Yes, you do have quite, I don't know, there was some concern that that China had flooded the markets, the global market, with this very cheap China as usual.
China will always do that. It has flooded the market with the EV cars. Yeah?
Yes,
by the way,
slapping them with tariffs.
Oh my goodness,
they're still slapping
what they're doing to Europe and the US is just not okay. But they always do. When I was coming today, I was thinking about Chinese EVs, and I was thinking about how iPhone came in and Samsung, and they were stuck on one line.
Yes.
And China was like, Africans love to talk on phone. They created for them 2 lines, 3 lines, 4 lines in one phone.
Yeah.
So they flooded them in Africa, and very cheaply. And someone like, I can have actually 2 lines in one phone.
Yes.
The approach is simple.
That's how it started, yeah.
So, but the solar panels, but anyway, the market doesn't only have Chinese solar panels.
No, it doesn't.
It has a lot of
It doesn't. Of course, the prices differ. The price, and they will notably tell you, of course, that you can't be able to get right now a small solar panel for 50,000. Have 3 bulbs. Yes, have 3 bulbs and has a torch. There's that little package that is there. But unfortunately, the battery, the battery dies out very fast.
Oh.
Absolutely. That small pack, 50,000, that has 3 bulbs. Yes, and they find it very affordable. But the reality about it is that whereas the solar panel started off quite expensive, right now you can be able to get one at a very small one at 30,000. Yes, at 30,000, and even have just 1 bulb and tap in and charge your small phone.
But in terms of priorities, I think the government prioritizing such things would be a very good thing for us. The truth is, there has been a huge rural electrification program, which supported a number of places, but it's not everywhere.
No, it isn't.
But also, on the other hand, this power is payable monthly, weekly, according to how you use it.
Exactly.
So if somebody can afford to buy these solar panels and
initial cost, if they can manage to buy the initial cost, and investors getting into this particular renewable energy sector have said in most cases what makes it easier for them or appealing for them to invest within a country is the fact that the government should be pro-renewable energy, pro-solar in one or another. And this has been the defining moment for that. We did have, Uganda had an injection, and there was a solar facility put up, solar energy in Lamu, quite huge.
No, there's a number of solar. There are a number of solar projects that have been implemented. Truro has, Soroti has. Soroti, I think, at some point we had one of the biggest solar projects in East Africa. I think.
At one point.
I think the one at one point. I don't know. Other countries may have implemented, but I think that was in Truro. But also, on the other hand, when you visit our website, Smart24 TV, you get a number of these business news stories. One of the stories that is big here is Samsung launches Galaxy Ring that can monitor heart rate, sleep patterns, and menstrual cycle. Samsung. So to the men out there, you can help your woman monitor the menstrual cycle.
It's a watch. It's a ring.
It's a ring.
It's a ring.
You know how
like
you come and propose to. You know how you go and propose to that woman, and the ring that you're giving that person is technology powered.
Why do I feel like this is so you?
What do you mean so me?
This is
you
so
mean
you.
caring? You mean a gentleman?
Not caring.
You mean someone who knows
not
good
stories?
So, but Samsung launches Galaxy. It's a Galaxy Ring.
The ability to track your girlfriend, your wife. Yes,
that's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
You know when and where. So, I mean, Samsung Galaxy Ring. You know what it does?
What it needs to be charged.
Heart rate. It monitors the heart rate.
That one is.
So you know.
Rational. That one's rational.
That was rational.
Yeah, that's rational for heart rate, especially now.
So given, these are the innovations
given the health implications of that. What else? What else can it do?
And you can find this story on Smart24 TV website.
Yeah.
Get to read it. And sleep patterns.
Insomnia.
Insomnia. And it's a big issue in this era where people are really suffering with a lot of depression, a lot of stress. You know, mental challenges. People struggle to sleep. Some people deliberately just can't sleep, and they try because you reach home, you have a family, you have work to think about, you have, a mabanja, you have all those things. So it's an interesting thing here.
It is. It is. When you come to think about it, the different technology that continuously comes up to be able to track your quality, whether you're having that good quality of life, is huge and is on the market. Does that one will need to be powered as well? And hopefully,
the ring.
Yes.
But you see, Samsung products are not very complicated to be powered. These guys, because you have the watches, you have the ring now. Yeah. There are those wrist. Simple stuff, simple gadgets, but very, very significant.
How often? I have seen quite a number of Ugandans take interest in it, especially when it comes to the walking part. Yes, to the walking as an exercise.
Yeah, my phone.
Keeping
I
fit.
think my Samsung phone does that.
Yes, and especially using all these different gadgets. I've seen quite a number use that. However, we would want it to have this wide-scale uptake of this technology, especially being used to make money for Ugandans. How can they literally leverage? How can they tap into that to make money, to make those orders, to make that business? How can it be just on your wrist, on your fingertip? How can it be that easy? And also getting them to get used to that sort of pattern. I wish we would get to that pattern as Ugandans.
I don't know what exactly you're trying to drive to, but you mean the usability? You mean the business side of?
I was just, yes, the business side of it. I was just thinking about the Ugandans, the very many Ugandans that I've seen. Oh, today, yes, I have taken these many steps today, and I should actually increase and have many.
One of the people that I've seen use these resources is the Chabazinga.
The Chabazinga.
of Busoga.
Young.
He uses it a lot.
Chabazinga.
He actually, we don't call it Chabazinga young.
Oh, apologies.
Especially on national TV.
Apologies. No, I'm saying youthful. Let's say it.
Yeah, but Baba Chabazinga.
Yes.
He uses this technology a lot because at least I've been following him for some time, even before he became Chabazinga.
Yes.
He uses that walking app he keeps on sharing how many steps he has walked.
Yeah.
And it shows you
the health
how many calories you have burned, and it's a good thing.
Exactly.
It's a good thing.
And the same way they're tracking that, I wish the Ugandan would be also able to, just check on their websites and say, oh, this is an incoming order, and right now this is ABCD, and this is the tonnage, and maybe within Butaleja, your district, I can be able to access, like a database, that you can access. But
the phone. The smartphone to have now, you can link your WhatsApp to the smartphone.
I know what I'm talking about, and you really have to grasp it. Not only just, I know that notification can come in, you have maybe this person is ordering. I'm just saying the ability to synchronize and have all this database, the information that right now someone in Tinda needs, a school in Tinda needs this tonnage.
No, but you see, the only way that...
And the farmer down in Busia, or the farmer down in Bale, can access that and immediately link up to that person. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. It would be awesome.
But the only way is for other developers to come in. So other developers, like I know a friend that has an application. It's called Wango. Wango is an application that registers different service providers
coming together.
Yes,
it's like an online market.
Exactly. But for him, he's focusing at different subscribers. Mechanics, engineers, doctors, all that you can think about.
Yeah.
So it has a provision for other people for service providers to register their businesses, and then for people who are looking for service providers to register.
Yeah.
So you are here, your car is spoiled, and you go to Wango and just search out
for a mechanic
and get that particular service provider who is nearby. Yeah. It's like how you order an Uber or Safe Car or all that. So you just use Wango to just locate a mechanic, to locate a hairdresser, to locate a dentist, like that. So I think what you're trying to talk about for these gadgets is to make sure that other developers step on it and make sure that some of these applications are compatible with the wrist. Because I can sit there and I am a service provider, and I just get a notification someone's looking for a mechanic, and I call and I'm like, okay, madam, how can I help you? My car is spoiled, has no tire.
It would cut out the time wastage of having to, and then also the middleman, the cost implications of having that middleman. It would really totally cut them out.
I love how you thought about it.
All it came from was the tracking.
Ring, the Galaxy ring.
You're the one who brought this conversation.
The Galaxy ring.
That's how we thought.
Please, Mr. This woman needs a Galaxy ring.
Let's dive straight into press review and find out what's in the news. Press review coming up next. And right within your new vision, there's still some concerns coming in. Katanga case, lawyer speaks out on will. Quite a lot of stuff going on there. It's been there in court for quite a while. Get your new vision and find out how far it has gone. Museveni commended for regional stability and peace. For sure, we mentioned this yesterday about, and it was Noah who mentioned that if anything would be given as a mantle upon this man, this powerful man, it would be the fact that he has enabled peace not only in Uganda, but some sort of
But stability. You know me, I give credit where it's due.
Yes, I know that is like the 1%, 2%, and then the rest of the 98% is all this, all that. You're mourning and tagging and attacking.
Ugandans. I'm a journalist.
I
report what I hear,
our
what
chief
I see,
at the helm.
what I collect, what I gather.
We need to give him as much respect as possible. The Speaker of the South Sudanese National Assembly has commended President Yoweri Museveni for his role in stabilizing South Sudan. But here in some more news as well, thugs raid EC offices, one shot, dead. Armed thugs raided the Electoral Commission offices in Kawempe Division early Sunday morning, resulting in the shooting dead of one of them. I wonder what they wanted. Police probe case of suspected poisoning at Kampala Primary School. They're investigating a case of suspected poisoning at a primary 6 pupil at Sapulok Agua Primary School in Mengo by her fellow pupils. This is some news. He was allegedly subjected to laboratory tests after she was alleged to have been served with contaminated soda. Some stuff going in.
Yeah, we have the elections in Rwanda. What the rumors yesterday? I need to confirm the news in Rwanda.
Yes, vote counting underway.
That Kagame was leading with 99 points. I told you here that he's going to get 100%, right?
Yes.
So he has 99.15% of the Rwanda election is the Western time.
And already
just let the guy be in power.
And already news is coming in about, of course, the influence of technology and it's the role that it has been playing. About was it actually human or it was bots? No, this has been floating.
Kagame has no opposition.
It has been floating all over.
Kagame has no opposition.
But of course, we know that thousands lined up to cast their votes.
Police mount hurdles in Chagulanyi's Western tour. What is wrong with police and Chagulanyi, by the way?
He's formidable.
He's formidable.
Yes, they will only run after you if they know that
you're formidable.
Definitely.
Because I mean, what you're saying, Dr. Besigye has been running around the country. Do you know that Dr. Besigye has been having
yes.
consultation meetings?
Yes, even in
rallies
in Bugisu,
all over the country.
No, nothing.
You get, but Chagulanyi comes and
nothing.
Running
at all times,
battles.
I think they are around there.
So Bundibujo was on fire. Anyway, not on fire literally, but you know what I mean. Because Chagulanyi was there. How MVC Gulu is changing the fortunes of Namayingo. This is interesting. There's an MV that was provided. These MVs have changed water transport for Ugandans.
The MVs. Do you know what it is to use a canoe? To use a canoe and you're just moving by. It's
on
terrible.
The angry waters of Lake Victoria.
On the angry waters.
That has taken many lives over the years.
Surely it is.
Me, I step on Lake Victoria and I'm like, my heart first.
Yeah. Especially when there is no land.
What if a relative who died here is like, hey, boss, come we go?
You didn't bring the chicken.
You didn't?
You didn't bring the chicken. But in some worrying news here, Mukono residents say project is veiled in secrecy. This is in regards to the Akon project, the Akon city, and actually the surveyors were driven away by residents when they had gone there to carry out some. They're even lucky, by the way, they were just driven away. Right now, when it comes to land issues, yes, you have to really go very gently and be very careful. You can lose your life in something like this.
Now, this is not very good news here in the Daily Monitor, page 3. 140 Ugandans trafficked every month, says the report. That is bad.
140
Ugandans.
Yes. And those are the ones that can be tracked. Those are the ones that have problems and then reach out. So it's bigger than that.
Oh my God.
It is much bigger than that, unfortunately.
So new report released by the Coordination Office for Prevention of Trafficking in Persons in the Ministry of Internal Affairs indicate that at least 142 Ugandans are trafficked every month. This is bad. A challenge is that these people are trafficked and the things they go through out there. But what is causing all this anyway? For people to be trafficked?
It's the desperation. Someone is desperate to really go get something.
You sound exactly like the lady that I hosted here. She's an ED of a labor organization. I also had the Commissioner of Employment from Ministry of Gender.
Yeah.
You sound exactly like how that conversation was.
Yes.
That Ugandans are desperate and are making all these decisions to be taken by other people because
they're desperate. They need some money coming in. They need some money coming in. Because when you look at it, it's not even just the decision. In most cases, it is not the decision, especially those from the villages. It's not the decision of one person. They will sell family land. They will sell family land, chip in here and there. I remember one time I was approached and they say this person wants to live. Can you buy, the neighboring land? Can you buy it? The place where I stay. Yeah, the person wanted to live and needed, I think, around 9 million.
But then you can start a business in Uganda.
Can start a business in Uganda.
A good business in Uganda.
Yeah, but their logic it's so up and down.
The logic is an assumption.
They know that they will get their 2 million or 1.5.
The logic is an assumption of quick money, the other side, and they get to pay,
and get to pay it back and then buy.
I don't find it logical enough. I think at the end of the day, it's too illogical to imagine, to begin assuming, because it's not obvious money. The only money that you are sure in business that you are sure that you have is the money that's at hand. The money that is expected is not yet.
But most of them get paid, and this is a job. They have contracts. Forget
the people who have. Forget the people who have been.
The moment you have gone through the right channels, it is binding. You know that at the end of the day, I'm going to work for 1 month, 1 year and a half. I'm going to be paid this amount.
Forget the people who have been successful and they get the jobs. But you're talking about people who are being trafficked.
Now that's